Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. We've got another fun stream for everybody here. How's everyone doing today? How are my traders? We all getting gearing up for FOMC. Everyone rolled their charts correctly or incorrectly. L in the chat if you traded the wrong contract month today. And don't lie, I know that there were some of you. Let's see. AJ Styles. I think that's a little too aggressive. I don't look anything like him. There are no L's in the chat right now, so the chat is full of fucking liars. That's for sure. Do you guys actually? Oh, there's a couple L's. There's a couple L's. That's the delay is a little bit longer than expected. I think after today, I mean, at least for the equity ones, usually the volume will be on the because someone doesn't know if they did or not. That's always a good sign. You traded the continuous contract? Yeah, you roll when the platform lets you. L's, lots of L's. Amazing. No porting, Sag. We're obviously going to do giveaways at the end. You don't need to beg. The giveaways are going to happen. They always happen. Rick is ready with the wheel. He actually had a very chaotic idea that we might have to implement for another day. We're not going to do it today, but at some point, Rick came up with something that'll allow him to keep his job for another couple weeks. But yeah, we'll do the wheels at the end. I look happy and healthy. I appreciate that. So we've got a fun stream today. I think this is gonna hit pretty hard. Essentially, what we're gonna do is we've got some of the support staff. They're joining us today, and we're gonna look at some tickets. You know, many of you. I don't know if our favorite ambulance chaser, our outage ambulance chaser. I don't know if she made the cut here. But some of you go into tickets and you cause a ruckus. You know, back in Lucid's early days, I had the displeasure of interacting with many of you in Zendesk, and so I knew I had to get myself out of there very quickly and find poor, unsuspecting young people to take my place and just crush their souls with the tech support that comes with prop firm trading. Some of you are right. Some of you are actually like super respectful, and whenever we see those get shared in chat, and everyone is we're super grateful. But a bigger portion of you doesn't seem like you had a mother or grandmother to teach you any manners whatsoever, raised by wolves, and that comes across in the support tickets. Before we get into it with the team, we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to pile in here. We've got Instagram, we've got YouTube. We are multi-channel, multifaceted streaming right now. What do you guys? We'll give everyone a couple more minutes to pile in. What do you guys think? You guys planning trades for FOMC already? Is Jerome Powell cutting? Is he not? You guys excited about that? Do you even think about FOMC, or you just place a buy stop order up and below price at the data drop and hope for the best? How do you guys play FOMC? I see how you play CPI, so maybe that same playbook. Does it work for Papa Powell? Are we only hiring from the U.S.? No, we have plenty of international people. The stream is about going through the support tickets, going through the support team, and offering them some therapy. Our insurance isn't great because we're a prop firm, right? We don't, nobody wants to give us benefits. So the team, we only have each other to lean on when there is an issue. And I think some of the traders need to see what these agents have to go through on a day-to-day basis. And hopefully we change the narrative. Hopefully you guys see how you're all behaving, and we will, bring light to the disrespect. And some of you will say please and thank you a little bit more. That's all we want. The bar is pretty low. Full pour A+ trade at FOMC. Stop orders on red folder. Sorry, not stop. Is it buy stop? Buy limit? Stop? I'm not sure. I know people basically. I only market in and out like a normal person. But I know some people will just put they don't their only thing that they want to do is they want price to go up or down, and they will go full port in either direction, either way. It's a tried. I wouldn't say it's a true stat. It's tried. I wouldn't say it's tried and true, but it's something that people definitely like. Let's see. You feel bad for them? You should. You're going to feel worse after this. I promise you that. You are going to feel worse after this. We did a recent call for resumes. I think we've got like 400 people applied, so we've got lots of options. No rate cuts. People don't think that he's going to cut. Giveaway. You don't have to beg for giveaways, guys. They're going to happen at the end. So no begging. Don't sweat it. All right. I think we can kind of move along here. So, like I said, let's talk about some of the growing pains that we had here recently. We grew like 50% in the last month. For us, we had I think we started February, we had like 50,000 like active traders. By the end of February, we had 90,000. So we doubled in a month. And during that month, our favorite partner, Tradeovate, we blew up, they blew up, right? The whole prop firm industry was growing very quickly. And so there were some growing pains for a month there. And we had a bit of a backlog the first few weeks of February. Lucid admin worked day and night, just grabbing people from support. I think our support team went from like 10 to 25 just in the last like 4 or 5 weeks. So, Lucid's a rocket ship, and the support agent scaling was also mooning. But there was a period of time where people had to wait 2 whole days to have an issue fixed. Now, I think we spoiled some of you guys, right? Some of you are used to that 5-minute ticket resolution time, and as soon as we took a day, 2 days tops, some of you were very, very upset, and all of that goodwill that we built over the first year, it just went out the window. It was sad to see, but I think it's just we set such a high bar. People were very upset that their favorite prop firm was taking 24 to 48 hours to close a ticket. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. But people were just so excited to join Lucid, and we had to add more bodies, and we have. But I think it's time that let's start to look at some of the things that people have said, and we can go over it together. It was a wild month. Let's take a look at this first ticket here. Let's see. We've got bring this up so I can see it is bigger. So this trader said they still need help. Please give us a brief description of what brings you in today. Fuck you. You aren't helping. Now this is probably AI that they're talking to. And if you're going to tell anyone on the ticket side to go fuck themselves, I guess AI is the best. They're that first barrier of entry. They can take it. But, I just hope for you guys that, the AI never becomes conscious and comes after you, because the AI has all the information on you. They know your address, they know your IP address, they know your email. So God forbid the AI were ever to become, self-aware. If Skynet happens, the Lucid admin, the Lucid support ticket AI is going to come to your house, and you will rue the day that you talk so poorly about them. Let's see. I said Tradeovate. Kindly trade using Tradeovate. Damn you, you stupid failure. I'm not sure it looks like this was translated from English to Arabic. I don't know if this is a little lost in translation here. Seems like the trader may be confused about what data feed they're on. But I don't think damning our traders for indicating what trading platform they should be on is appropriate. But this is kind of rough. I'm glad you respond, you fuck ass middle finger. I've got no context here. I don't know if we're talking to the AI or person. All I know is that I hope like sweet Cynthia, a sweet Gail. I just hope it wasn't either of them because they do not deserve to be talked like this. GlobeEx General, GlobeEx General probably deserves this, honestly. So I don't know who this was directed at. Depending on which agent received this message, it could be appropriate or it could be wildly inappropriate. I'll need to get more information here to make a decision on this one, if this was okay or not. Say, I want to talk phone. So somebody wants to get on the phone with us. We do not have a phone line. This is true. That is crap. I apologize. On a review, I'm going to give you a 1 for customer service. You know what? There is no way in hell I would ever want to get on the phone with any of you people, honestly. So, and it's because of this. It's because of this. Like, this is not the type of, there's no way that a phone conversation would be productive. I'm just trying to imagine trying to explain someone's fills on why their fills are correct and having to do it over the phone. And it's maybe one of our agents has English as a second language and this person doesn't have English as any first, second, third, or fourth language. And it would just be an unmitigated disaster. So if you want to give us a 1 star for not having a phone line, that's fair, but it's for the protection of everyone, for the traders, for the support agents. You guys should not be speaking. No audio. It's not going to work. How to create a ticket? Question that's answered in the ticketing system. I wonder what they thought they were doing here. We have the little chat bot in the bottom right. They click it. It says send us a message to open a ticket. So maybe this was the first message and then that was it. But what if I would like to imagine? Like I said, I don't have any context here, but I like to imagine that this was mid conversation, right? They got to one of the agents and they're like, "How can I help?" And then they asked how to create a ticket. I think that sounds about right. So I think now you guys have kind of got a sense for what we're dealing with here, right? That's just the small snippet. I think those were actually all from this morning. Honestly, I don't even think they were from that long ago. Those are tickets just we've pulled from what's happened so far today. So I think it's time. Some of you are quite rude, and it's time to put. We want to show the face behind the ticket. So next time you decide to call someone a fuck ass, you'll now have a face to put to the name. So let's bring on our first support agent, and he can his name is GlobeEx General. Like I said, I called him out. If you called this man a fuck ass, it was probably fair. How you doing today, GlobeEx?
I'm doing great. And also, it is not fair to call me a fuck ass. I don't like being called a fuck ass.
Did you get that? Was that towards you? Do you remember seeing that?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
we see so many tickets nowadays.
Amazing. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey at Lucid? How were you trading here before? If people don't, most people probably know you, but if they don't, what's been your journey from trader to support agent?
So my journey started as a trader originally. I started trading, I believe it was early September, trading GlobeEx, of course. And I kind of went on a little bit of a heater, got some payouts. I was pretty active in chat, you know what I mean? I love being active around 6:10, 6 p.m. Eastern, right at open, always.
There you go.
And then I think it was like a month or 2 into my journey, I got asked if I wanted to be a moderator, and then it kind of started from there. And then I think around late December is when I became a ticket agent.
Nice. Yeah. Did you know when you joined the Lucid Train Discord, did you know that, you're like, I want to trade, but really my passion lies in getting berated by members of the community for tech support issues? Like, when did you know that this was your calling? Like,
calling is a strong word to say, first off. I started as a Discord moderator, and that was hilarious. You get to be the face and all that jazz in the Discord. This is when it was still only 14,000 members, so it's a little bit different now. And then I guess what you said, calling came for me to become an agent. And honestly, I'd rather be an agent than a Discord mod with the current way of things. Some tickets are bad, but better than being in chat. You
Well,
guys
let's see.
suck at
Let's see how bad your tickets get. Let's see what you are. Let's see what you have to deal with here. Let's get an example. All right. So let's. This is
Yeah.
one you experienced. I'll read it in case some of the viewers can't read, which I'm sure there are a couple of them. It didn't
Only
take me
some.
out. It didn't take me out my take profit, and now my account is blown. I'm incredibly disappointed. I'm currently in hospital and was doing this as my main activity of the day. It was incredibly enjoyable, and it's utterly unfair. My account is now blown. So, what do you remember? Do you remember this ticket? Like, how were you
I,
feeling when you found out
I
they were in the hospital? Walk us through what happened here for you.
I do remember this ticket very vividly because it stuck out like a
Hmm.
sore thumb. I was taking over this ticket from one of the new guys because the new guy didn't know what to do. But first off, little fun fact: this guy was a metal trader. I know, shocker,
Classic.
classic.
That's probably
Uh,
why he was in the hospital.
it could
Silver
have
probed
been.
him. Yeah, it was a mental
It,
hospital, actually.
it could have been. It could have been. But
Mhm.
as the ticket progressed, the new agent didn't know what to do. I took over, and one of one of the last messages, it was a recording, and this guy was literally in the hospital. Like he
Mhm.
showed his bed, his IV, all this stuff, and I was utterly shocked because as a ticket agent for prop firms, you get a lot of tickets about resets, and
Mhm.
people want the compensation for XYZ ghosts, a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Um, but this one stood out because he was really in the hospital. Um, so I actually I talked to one of the agents above me about it. I was like, I think we can get this guy a reset. I think
There you go.
we can authorize this. So we ended up resetting his account. He traded, it was one of the opens, slippage, he was trading metal, it doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. But we reset his account, and then I went back to find this ticket for this stream today, and he actually reopened it, and he was upset that we reset his accounts and only reset them. He really wanted them reset to previous balances and all this crazy stuff. And yeah, it broke my heart to see that he didn't like our goodwill. And
So the reset was not enough. So you actually, he was already injured, and you added insult to injury by giving him a courtesy reset.
Yep, I sure did. I really kicked him while he was down by resetting his 100K eval. So.
Did you, I would assume that you lost sleep over this. Did you file a
I
claim
did.
for, to get therapy for this?
It's restless. I sent an email to HR
Mhm.
about like maybe getting a reimbursement on my deductible for therapy. No response. Haven't heard back from HR. Don't know what the deal is there. But
No, it sounds like it's working as intended. That's actually
oh,
that's part of the
I
system. It's
see.
we want to give the illusion of support, right? So it's like, you have an issue, you come to us. It sounds like we're listening, but we're not. So everything's working as intended. But you know what? I'm sure you'll work through it. I think the best way for you to grow as an agent and to for you to move past traumatizing events like this is just to take more tickets.
More
Work
tickets.
more
Yeah.
tickets, fix more problems, deal with more issues like this, and you will eventually grow numb and strong. Right? You will not be able to be phased by situations like this, and the best way is just through repetition. Right? Take
I
on
think you're
more.
onto
Take on
something
more. I
here,
think I am
actually.
too.
Yeah.
They teach this in management school that this is how it's supposed to work. When your workers are having a hard time and they're struggling with things, just give them more work to distract them from the pain, and that makes them both more efficient, and also it helps them work through their problems.
You know what
Mhm.
you should do? You should add a cigarette vending machine in the Kansas office.
No,
That's what
well,
we
yes,
need.
for sure. No, it wouldn't be free, right? You'd have to pay for them, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can't do free nicotine like that. That's crazy. Maybe some Zins though. Maybe we could do the Zins for free. You
you
see,
big zinner?
I'm not. I throw up.
Uh,
Every time I've tried to put tobacco in my lip twice in my life, and I've puked both times. I'm gonna be
I'm sorry
honest.
to hear that.
Yeah, so it was not really for me. Not really for me. Cigarettes, not really great because I also have asthma. So I've had haven't found my nicotine
Baby
delivery
lungs.
systems. Baby lungs, yeah,
Baby lungs.
baby lungs and baby gums, both ways. So if you were to go back to this ticket, would you do anything differently? Do you have any regrets about how this went down. If you could reopen this ticket and reach out to this trader, what would you do?
Well, first off, I would never make the mistake of being nice in a ticket again.
Of course.
I don't think I'm ever going to give a reset ever again. Even if they actually need one, I just think I'm going to start saying no. I hope that's okay with you. I think it helps the bottom dollar and everything, and I know sustainability.
Right. Really that sounds like it should be a standard operating procedure. I don't know why. Agreed. I don't know why any of us are being nice. Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll have to find out who gave you prior authorization to offer that, but that won't happen again.
I'm not snitching. I'm sorry.
I think before we let you go here, I think there's one question I have to ask is, what's with the hand towel rack in the background here?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that one, AJ. I'm glad you knew I would. Attention to it. So currently I'm waiting on my desk and my chair to arrive. That would be set up in my lovely sunroom. So for now, I decided for acoustics reasons that the bathroom would really be the best choice. I think it looks good. Next time I will unscrew and take out the hand towel. You won't even be able to tell.
What do I have to do to make sure that you never stop working for the bathroom is my question. How do I make this? How do we make this your permanent office? I never want you to leave. I think this is probably my favorite
good.
thing.
It's a good bathroom, I think.
It just feels right for you, honestly. I think you should
I'm glad we can agree.
Bathroom,
if we want to make
someone
this permanent,
bathroom general.
Bathroom general, yeah, you know me.
Man.
If we want to make this permanent, actually, you see that space right above over there? Above the hand towel? I think a big neon lucid trading sign right above my toilet would be
that could work.
Actually great. And maybe like 150K direct account, something like some light stuff. Those would be my only requests.
Yeah, I think you seem comfortable in there. It seems like it's the space.
It is a very comfortable bathroom. It's got a double sink. I'm one guy. I don't need two sinks.
Double. So. Why would you leave? Why would you leave with double sinks? Honestly,
I know. I got a dry sink and a wet sink.
It just sounds perfect, right? You stay on the toilet. You keep working. You never have to leave. You've got tap water right there. You can just stay.
I would never drink tap water. See,
you got the shower. You've got the shower. You never drink tap water.
No. I need filtered water. I'm a water purist, actually.
So gotcha. So you work from the bathroom, but you won't drink tap water. Makes sense. Very consistent.
I could bring a filter in here. Like I can get a little
whatever you need. We'll give you what is it? A Purina? Is that what it's called, or something like that?
I need one of the fancy ones though, none of the broke ones. I know you can afford it.
I like the contrast between getting you lots of fancy appliances to work from the bathroom. There's something there that just works. I think.
I'm behind it. I can get behind it. I'd do anything for a lucid trading sign, and if that means working from the bathroom, then we can make that happen.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you taking some time here. Is there anything that you want to, you have the community here. Is there anything that you want to say? Anything you want to leave them with so that next time they open a ticket, maybe you can improve their behavior or just give them a different perspective on how to talk to our agents?
I think you guys should just stop opening tickets. Like, what do you even need them for? Just first off, actually, I do have a big one that I want to say. Okay. Stop trading off your phone. Okay. I don't know why we're like, there's so many mobile traders, but literally a majority of tickets come from mobile traders. So if you just stopped, you'd probably do better.
How many, if you had to guess, what percentage of our traders would you guess are trading from their phones?
Oh, easily more than 60%.
It's about 60. It's about 60.
And it's so easy to spot because when you open a ticket, you get spammed with like 15 different mobile screenshots. Doesn't help. Matter of fact, it's really irritating. So.
All right. So your advice
from your phone.
Your advice is for over half of our community to find a different device to trade from.
Yeah, get a computer or a laptop, or go to like an internet cafe. Or go crazy with it.
This is something that it sounds like it's going to get a lot of uptake. I can tell that the sheer volume of people, they're definitely going to run with that.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, Bathroom General. I appreciate you. Taking some time here. I think we all expect you to change your name. So
I
this is
mean,
amazing.
if I change it up, that means I'd have to change up my code. I don't know. We'll
Code
figure it out.
toilet. Code
Code
toilet.
toilet.
There we go.
Okay, I'll get it changed. I'll put in the paperwork right when I'm done here.
Amazing. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll maybe we'll get
Anything
the
for
whole
my
gang on.
CEO.
I
Love
appreciate
AJ. He's the best.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's get another agent on here. Oh man, that was it's gonna be hard to top the toilet. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Logan?
Happy to be here.
Yes, I'm not going to be quite as mean to you because I think you're more pure of heart than Toilet Boy is.
He's softer than I am, though.
He's softer.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to really give these traders a run for their money here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey from being either trading with Lucid to coming on to the team? But walk us through that.
Yeah, well, I've been trading futures for 5+ years now, almost 6, I guess. So I've basically used every single prop firm that is out there and is gone by now. So back in maybe October or so, I've been buddies with GlobeEx for a while now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. But he was all talking about Lucid, so I gave it a chance. I really liked it a lot. And then back in January or February, when you guys started trying to hire on more people, he was hard recruiting us. I think there's actually 5 people from our old Discord actually now working for Lucid. So he's dragged over a bunch of us in the last month or 2.
Amazing. Do you all have mustaches? The whole Discord crew? Or
I think it's just me and him.
Just the two.
All I'm going to say about this is one day he saw me with a mustache, and then all of a sudden he had a mustache. Not happened before.
Okay,
so that's all I'm going to say about that.
Gotcha. So there's some. He kind of envies you in multiple ways.
I'm not going to say it, but
I'll say it for you. I'm happy to see that you're not working from the bathroom.
Not today.
So there's that. Not today.
No.
Gotcha. That's awesome. When did you know? So how long have you been doing support with us at this point?
Actually only 3 weeks now. I got hired on back with the mission muscle up the customer support team. So it's been 3 weeks, but it feels like I'm a seasoned veteran already. But
our support chat will do that to you. They'll they'll give you PTSD very quickly. What do you feel like you have a passion for support? Are you like, what are you just trying to figure out how to quit without getting also banned from buying evals? Like what is going through
I
your
don't
head
know if it's
right now?
a passion for customer support, more so just trader support.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been trading for long enough in these prop forums, you know how bad some of this customer support is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some of these firms, you put in a ticket and you get a response maybe 3 days later. And at that point, it's like you even question if I should even submit a ticket. So if I can help at all with that, I know how big of a problem it is.
So is there a part of you where you're like, customer support prop firms is so bad? Like now that you've seen the tickets, so you're like, man, it actually should be a lot worse.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. It was definitely trial by fire my first day when I got in here. We've weaned down the backlog significantly since then. So it's gotten a little bit more manageable, but that first week was a little brutal.
Yeah, I can imagine. It should. We've got a lot more bodies in there now, so I think that should lighten the load for some of you.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at one of your tickets. Do you know what we're about to look at here, or is this gonna be a surprise?
Oh yeah, that one was just I think that was Friday actually.
All right, let me read it aloud for the team. I believe someone either stole my credentials or hacked my account. The highlighted trades were taken while I was not even home. I go to hospital every day, and at that time, I could not have taken those trades. Are you able to retrieve IP information for those trades? Is there a legal department that can assist me? So I guess, is this guy working at the hospital, or is he also a trader that was in the hospital?
I didn't get those details in it, but this is a pretty common ticket you'll get where someone just messages you and says, "Hey, my account's breached. What happened? What happened?" And you look up at the account or the order log, and you see, oh, you breached your account at this time. You send it to them, and then half the time you might get, "Oh, thanks. I didn't know I did that." And then the other half of the time you get something like this. So I wish you could see the full ticket though, because it gets
Well, why
pretty
don't
good.
you walk us through it? Why don't you tell us what happened?
Well, I think it was late. This trader was trading in one night, and the common thing is you hit take profit or you hit your stop and you don't cancel the other order. So the
Mhm.
order is just sitting there overnight. It gets hit and then you get liquidated. I mean, it happens to everybody if you trade long enough. And I took the screenshot of the order log, sent it to her, explained what happened. It happens. And then I get this response. She claims she got hacked. She asks for us to pull the IP for the other person, which eventually we did because they wouldn't let it go.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, it was the same IP that she
No,
was trading on earlier.
no
So
way.
yeah, I know.
The
It was.
same person that always trades the account was still the one trading the account.
Yep. She actually said she was trying to call the police and needed the IP so she could
The
put an
police,
investigation together.
law enforcement was getting involved on a sim trading evaluation.
Yeah, and then you send them the IP and it all confirms everything. And once you got them, it shows the message was seen.
Mhm.
Never hear back from them again. They just close out the ticket, give it up. So
That's rough. I wonder if we have to. I might have to inform legal counsel that the FBI is potentially going to be getting involved in
oh,
analyzing the evaluations that are happening.
for that 25K.
No, I hadn't considered that we were going to. There might be a federal investigation into the account logins here. Logan, you've been here for 3 weeks. How often would you say traders are under the impression that someone else is trading their account?
Oh, it's 25%, maybe more. It's around there. Right,
Mhm.
it's more often than someone would think.
Mhm. How have you gotten your first ghost or possession yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wasn't trading this, and then you ask them, who was trading it?
Right.
It couldn't have been me, it's
So we had one trader that had they lived next to a cemetery, right?
Mhm.
And they said that over their time living in the house even before they were trading, they would weird things would happen to them, and they wouldn't be the one to do them. And they were quite sure that there was some kind of poltergeist or hate demon of some kind that would take them over and commit these actions like
But
cheating
it
on their
was them
spouse.
physically.
Yeah, so of course not. Like, it was always not like I didn't cheat on you, baby. Like it was the ghost, it
It was the
wasn't like
T-ghost.
exactly. I didn't gamble away our children's life savings. Like it was the ghost.
Oh,
And then, they obviously make their way into the prop firm, and naturally the ghost is a trader too, right? So they see, oh well, I have all of these accounts that I can hijack this person and trade on their behalf. And so it happens all the time. There's nothing we can do. There's no way that we can KYC a spirit
mm.
yet. Technology has not made the necessary advancements in that area for us to KYC those ghosts. So unfortunately, when a ghost gets involved, it's actually against our terms of service because you
Yeah.
can't have someone else trading the account.
Mhm.
So it's like if the ghost takes over your account, you actually should be banned. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm curious, like, have you been banning these people that have been possessed?
I didn't know
Like
I had the authority to do that.
you
I should
do.
have ran that past Rick or someone.
Sure. That's
But
also it's
we
an
do get
SOP
the
that needs to be fleshed out.
yeah, we do get the
Mhm,
ghosts on resets too. They'll just reset their account 20
mhm.
times in a day. That happens sometimes. Yeah, and then you look back in their order history and it goes past the max 10 pages,
Right.
but the ghost must have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, there's some interesting spirits out there in the netherworld. And I would have thought that they could have found better things to do with their time than, trading these simulated accounts. But there's I guess if when you've been dead that long, it becomes a good, hobby for them. I guess it's different, right? It's new, it's exciting. Um, but would you, if you had to say anything, like, you have a bunch of traders on here, we've got almost 1,000 people on YouTube, we've probably got a bunch on Instagram. You're speaking to the people that are getting possessed,
Mm.
or that these people that are getting hacked. Do you have any recommendations on how they can protect their accounts from being traded by demonic spirits, or, you know, um, just
I should
people?
ask
Yeah,
it in a
yeah,
ticket, but
exactly.
I wonder if any of these people have tried like some sort of seance or
Mm,
lighting some candles before they go to bed. That could be helpful.
mhm.
Um,
Holy
one thing,
water around the
yeah,
trading station.
exactly.
Mhm.
One thing I do want to say is we do appreciate these stories, though. That it is a good part of our day. The effort and the creativity is commendable, but it is probably futile most of the times. But keep them coming, though. I mean, it makes for a good screenshot. Adds to our day. So
yeah. Do you are you kind of at this point, you're 3 weeks in, you're kind of, you've cut your teeth a little bit. Are you trying to are you polishing up your resume to get out of tickets as soon as possible, or are you still enjoying it for a little bit as long as we have we get out of the backlog?
Oh, I'm trying to get out of here.
What would be your desired next step if you were to get out of tickets?
What's Rick's spot? I could maybe take his spot.
Rick is the person that just breaks everything. So
I could probably do that.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
Yeah.
There's really no prior skill or experience needed.
Mhm.
You just have to just kind of go in there and just press a bunch of keys and see what happens.
I'll submit my resume for that.
Yes. The thing is, you don't even need it. Just start going in, but you can just take that on. If you want to be, if you want to be a self-starter, you can just go in there and just start breaking shit. And now you're hired as Rick's role, as Rick's
Cool.
junior supervisor. So,
Wow.
that's something that, that's a neat little trick that you can do if you wanted. Yeah, I don't know if you can people hear Rick talking? No. Rick is in my ear. He's doesn't like that. He's losing job security on this stream right now. It's amazing. I was a ghost for it. I thought I got affected by a ghost for a second. I'm like, whose voice is that? All right, Logan. Appreciate you taking some time here. We're going to go on to the next one, and maybe we'll get you guys all on together at the end.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Logan. Joel.
Hey Jay, how are you?
Doing? Love to have you on here. I think you're one of chat's favorite people. You actually have your own emoji in our Discord. People really like you. I think they're gonna like you even more now that they see that your Lego PFP is actually fashioned after you for real.
100%.
Thank you for joining. And why don't you same little deal, give a little intro, when you started trading with Lucid, how you got in here, how it's been so far.
Sure. So I started in crypto back 2020, which I think a lot of people did, and then got into futures from there. And after trying all the different firms, ended up needing end of day drawdown. So ended up with Lucid naturally over time. Saw a bunch of the guys behind the scenes were people I kind of knew of, and naturally from there, it just made sense to give you guys a try and go from there.
Appreciate the chat is going wild. Zaddy Joel, Batty Joel, people love you. I actually didn't know how popular you were until we got in and everyone was going nuts and they're like, the Lucid hired Joel, this is incredible. I think everyone feel like they became an employee that day. They want you to take your shirt off. You have a lot of sex appeal. The British voice adds to that. I'm glad that I'm sitting down, to be honest with you. So, obviously I don't think you had a passion for support, but you're still getting your hands dirty, even though you're moving up the ranks yourself. Do you miss it? Do you miss like fully being involved in support day to day? I know you're still doing a lot of it, but do you just kind of look back fondly at your time in tickets, or speak on that a little bit?
There's nothing I love more than dealing with other people's problems. That's the dream, arguably. Yes. So 100% agree.
Amazing.
Miss it fondly.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at your ticket. Do you know what's about to pop up here, or is this gonna be a surprise to you?
Idea. I normally get the kind of more blunt, abusive ones. So
okay. Is that what you were looking for? Fuck you. Worst customer support ever. You're suck a dickhead. You remember this one? Or do you get so many that this is kind of is one of a million?
This is light work, this one. This is quite kind, to be honest.
Oh, really? Does suck a dickhead mean something different in the United Kingdom? Where it's like kind of a compliment in a way?
100%. This is kind of a term of affection over here.
Right.
So that's fine.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So it's just a miscommunication. They're trying to insult you, but there's a cultural difference where you're like, oh, thank you. Let's grab tea sometime.
Exactly that.
So when people tell you things like this, are you trying to diffuse the situation? Do you kill them with kindness? how do you approach this? Do you remember? I know you don't remember this situation because you get about 50 of these a day. When you read this again, what do you think your response was? How do you handle it? How did you handle it?
Usually coming with kindness is the way.
Mm-hmm.
Try and relate to them to a degree. I mean, most of our guys have traded, so they've had similar issues in the past. So it's just a case of like trying to empathize with them and build it up from there, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever clapped back? Have they ever caught you in a bad mood and you've just given it right back to them?
I've been close. There's been a couple of them that, like, end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been a few that have been really close, but.
Do you remember any one in particular where you know what the situation was? No, it's all blur.
Unfortunately, so yeah.
So I think it's interesting, right? There's an interesting dichotomy, right? We have everyone in the chat loves Joel, and then there are people saying this. Do you think that any of the people that love you are also the people that are saying this to you at their worst moment? Have they ever been like, Joel, like, I loved you, I thought you were a good person, I've used your emoji so many times, and now I have you in a ticket and I want you to die? Like, do they ever acknowledge that? Has that ever happened?
At least once or twice, yes. Yeah. I've had people reach out directly afterwards saying you dealt with my ticket. And I was like, oh, that was you. Thank you for those kind words.
Does their tone change when they get into DM or does it continue? They're like, hey, I just wanted to open this DM. You just helped me in my ticket. And I really just truly want you to know that I hope you just kill yourself. Like, what is the conversation like when it moves to DM?
It's really weird. It's like they're two different people.
Mm-hmm.
Really odd. But I think as soon as they get a face to the ticket, they tend to be a lot kinder rather than.
Maybe that's something we should do. Maybe we should give all of you guys PFPs so they actually have to look at the person that they're cursing out and make a decision at that point. Like, do I really want to say these dirty words to sweet innocent Joel? Right? Like, 100%. Maybe they'll think again. Maybe it's actually our fault that people are talking like this because we're making it too anonymous. We have to bring the agents to the forefront so they have to at least make a decision. Do I want to curse out, Kushik? Do I want to, taint sweet innocent Kushik with these curse words, right? Like, I just think there's maybe something that we can do better to curb this behavior. So, like I mentioned earlier, you're still in tickets quite a bit. You handle our most sensitive issues, but you've also elevated, right? You've taken on more responsibility. Do you ever, now that you've gotten other things on your plate, like, are you hoping to be totally removed from tickets at some point, or is there part of you that's like, I just want to handle at least 30 to 60 minutes a day of the most fucked up tickets that Lucy gets, just to kind of just because it has a soft spot in your heart for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a certain satisfaction for sure that I would miss from tickets. Because I get the more kind of sensitive ones now, they're usually quite a job to resolve properly. So there is a certain satisfaction kind of gained from doing that correctly and seeing the result of it. That being said, I'd rather have the Discord side.
You'd rather have the Discord side?
100%. If I could just spend an hour a day just speaking to people in Discord, the dream.
Yeah, there's it's interesting. There are definitely two: the Discord personality and the intercom personality. There's very different types of communication there. Have you seen? Did you see the recent? We took a very hard stand. We're the first prop firm ever to say that sexual harassment and racism is not allowed. Just want to pat myself on the back for being an innovator there. Did you notice a curb in behavior from people in the Discord once we took that very courageous stance, or do you think that it just kind of fell on deaf ears?
I would love to say that it had an impact. However, I feel like people are very committed to the bit. They are.
I don't know if they're committed to the bit or if it's just they have been, in their mom's basement, for so long that it's been a really long time since they've, had to actually look another human in the eyes. It's going to take some time, right? One Discord announcement is not enough to change the world. I like to maybe the second one will do it and put it over the edge. I do think that there's some hope for some people. I think it's not, lucid trading is not just about, trading these simulated accounts anymore. It's about taking young men and women and ushering them into maturity and adulthood, right? I think that's kind of what the next phase of Lucid needs to be about. It's about taking men, children, and women and just turning them into men and women, right? That's what Lucid is going to be about down the line. I feel like we have a responsibility to do it, and you're a man of culture. You clearly were raised very well, and I think that you're going to have a really big part of that. If our traders take a leaf out of Joel's book, we will be cultivating the future leaders of America and the world. So, just really happy to have you on the team. Long term, there are some great things that we're all going to do together, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you still being in the trenches. It's it's a dirty place to be, but you're good at dealing with the mud.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, man. Let's thank you for your time. Let's get I think our last agent on here for this session. Seconds.
Hello.
What's up, Seconds? How you doing?
Been doing good.
That's amazing.
This is the best I've been in a few years.
In a few years.
Yeah.
It's been a rough run then. I'm sorry that getting into a prop firm ticketing system is the best your life has been in a couple of years. But you know what? One man's trash is another man's treasure, right? That's the famous saying.
True.
I'm happy to have you. We love you. You are also just a pure soul. Probably the purest, maybe besides Joel and Kushik. Just
True.
Really good people. And I am sad that you have to tolerate some of this behavior, but you know what? It is what it is. So like everyone else, why don't you give us a little intro? How did you get introduced to Lucid? Were you trading with us before, or did you come right into tickets? Give us a little bit of background.
So I came in through an affiliate. She was giving up a free code. That's how I discovered there was a prop named Lucid.
Right.
So I joined it. Went through the pages and looked. There was a careers page.
Mm-hmm.
So I straight up applied to it.
It's amazing.
Did not even think about it.
You're a self-starter, right? You saw the careers page, or let me throw myself at it.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Straight up applied it, and got a job. But I straight up applied for the customer service job. But
do you have a passion? You have a passion for support, or just it was the opening and you're like, I can make myself useful here?
Well, it's kind of both. I come from a restaurant business now. Before this and everything else, I used to own a restaurant with my dad.
Nice.
So I had a lot of customer service directly, face to face. No, not on the internet though.
Dealing with angry customers in a restaurant and dealing with prop firm traders angry in a ticket, it's two peas in a pod there, right? There's not much difference. There's a lot of overlap. People want to send back their food. People want a free reset. I mean, it's the same thing across all industries, right? Everybody wants a fresh plate.
Yep.
So let's take a look. Let's take a look at one of your tickets. I think I was told we're going to change it up here. Let's see what we got for you.
There you go.
We're going to do a little palate cleanser here with Cinda. So you've helped me very professionally. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off, Lal. Thank you again. That is great. Thank you. Help me very much. Have a good day. Now we're seeing the other side of the coin. People, there are some of you, we went through 3 of our agents where, traders were telling them to basically go kill themselves. And then we have you here, and people are being super respectful. Now, do you think that they're being nice to you because you're better at your job than all of the 3 guys before? What's your secret? What's going on here?
Well, the secret here is I don't have a rose for you, but I got a pen.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Amazing. Love that.
I'm telling you, I'm a charming man. I was born with one, I was born with that aura. So when people come to me, they're very nice.
Yes. That's amazing. That's amazing. You had said something earlier, and I want to know how true it is. You said the key to getting good tickets like this is to escalate the bad ones to people like Joel and Logan and Toilet Boy. So is that what's going on here? Like you're scoping out the tickets as they come in, and you see the people that have an easy to solve problem, and you're like, yeah, let me grab that. And then you see the people that are dealing with the ghost, and you're like, let me pass that on to Joel.
Well, it's actually 60-40. You know,
Okay.
sometimes I see the easy ones and I take it. Sometimes I just pass to them. Like, you know, I kind of like sneak in the tickets to them. They don't realize that I'm the one doing it. They think it's a bot giving them. But you know, it is what it is.
That's amazing.
Well, also the fact, I think, honestly, I think it helps that I have a unisex name and I have a cute profile picture. So the guys think I'm a go, and the girls think I'm a go.
That's amazing. So what is your, is it like an anime girl? Is it, or is it like, what profile picture is it?
Oh, I'm not gonna leak it.
No, not gonna. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
But
I'll
no,
take care of it.
you don't have to leak it. You don't have to leak it. I get it. So that's actually interesting, and I think it's something a lot of people are doing nowadays. They pretend to be a woman online to either, you know, get better engagement, or in your case, you're getting easier tickets or more respectful people in tickets, right? Like they're
True.
like
100%.
they come in all mad, right? They're like, I'm gonna rip this dude an asshole. And then, you know, they see this cute little anime girl and they're like, oh, you know, I don't want to be rude, right? Like, let's just like, let me check myself. Let me explain myself in a very calm, clear fashion, you know, what my problem is. And this kind lady will take care of it. Little do they know, it's you.
It's a man.
It's a man. It's a man.
But the thing is, other people have tried it. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
One of the guys, like, you know, new ones tried it, but it wasn't working out for them. I don't know why, but it only works for me.
You know what? It sounds like this has been something you've been doing for quite some time. You've got a lot of experience. It's not just about the profile picture. It's about, you know, making sure that you sign off every message with UWU, right? UWU. There's something about the way that you're responding to the text that makes them really buy into, all right, this is a chill chick, so let me treat her respectfully. And then you get answers like this. Have any of the traders that have thought you are women, have they tried to, like, you know, get your number? Have they tried to, like, set up a date or anything like that?
There was one person, like, who asked me where I live, you know,
right,
and stuff like that, and said that that, you know, he called me a deer, and
a
told
deer.
me that, like, you know,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Like, oh, deer.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
DER.
Yep.
So,
Got it.
and he, like, you know, he told me, like, you know, how close I was to him, just like within like 30 minutes, I would say so.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, please don't abuse that power. That's a power beyond means, right? You know, so make sure you don't take it too far. But, you know, keep doing what you're doing. The people obviously love it. It seems like it's a much easier time than dealing with the tickets that the other guys have. So,
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Well, before we wrap it up here, why don't we bring the whole gang back on? Let's get everyone together and do a little trauma bonding. We're getting a live ticket read. Apparently we've got a live ticket where someone came into the ticket apologizing for everyone's behavior because they're watching the stream. So I think this therapy session is working, right? The people are now seeing what all of you deal with, and it's going to change the behavior. So we've got the whole gang here. You guys have now seen each other's tickets. Anything that, you know, you guys want to leave the community with now that we've kind of, you guys, Joel, Logan, Toilet Boy, you guys have aired your grievances. We've now seen Seconds' OP strategy of pretending to be a woman to get nicer replies. Now that you guys have seen what you're all dealing with, does it at least make you feel a little bit better that you guys are not kind of alone in this journey? That well, besides Evan in the bathroom, but like everyone else, like you're all in this together, right? Like it's solidarity. I would imagine it's a great team building exercise here.
It's a big bathroom. It could have a second person in here.
There could be a second person in there. Maybe
it's spacious.
Are you hiding Kushik in the bathroom with you? Please tell me you haven't roped him into this.
No, not yet. I would not do that to him. Not without his knowledge.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad you guys all came on. I'm now looking at the mustaches now that I've got you guys on top of one each other. So do you have a response, Toilet Boy, to the fact that he said that you copied
Tell the truth.
Okay, I will tell the truth. All right, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I had a mustache first. This is true. I did consult Logan regarding our mustache concerns. I've always been a big beard guy. hate. I'm tired of it. So I switched it up. I was like, what do I do? Logan, teach me, please. And he did. He did help me out. But the thing is my facial hair grows in quicker and faster than his. So mine, I would argue, looks bushier and better, personally. He also has this weird like triangle thing that goes on beneath his lip.
He says I do it intentionally.
I think he does it intentionally.
It's a soul patch.
Get closer to the cam. Let's see it. Let's get a line.
It just grows like that.
It looks.
In a
it looks
perfect
good.
triangle? No.
I mean, I didn't ask God. I didn't do it.
Amazing.
Maybe if he grows old, he'll look like the KFC grandpa.
Just Colonel Sanders.
Right.
Amazing. So, how does it feel knowing that a couple things? One, that Joel gets the worst of your guys' tickets, right? He's just like all of the absolute worst things go to him. And then you have Seconds over here that is literally sniping all of the nice people and making you guys deal with all the garbage. How does all of that information make all of you guys feel? No, that's come to light.
I think it's baffling. Like, this guy posed as a lady. Just want to say she cheated.
It's not unique on the internet, right? There's plenty of that.
He should be disqualified.
Don't be surprised if later in the day
I'm telling you,
customer support have female profile pictures now and try it out.
Logan, you're now Linda.
What is that? Isn't that called?
I'll take Edith.
It's a psychological operation.
Yeah, psychological operation. Isn't it called? I feel like there's a word for this. I don't remember what it is, and I don't want to say
catfishing.
Is it catfishing? That's not the one I'm thinking of.
LARPing.
No, it's like
LARPing as a woman.
It's like there are the word for girls on Twitch that are actually dudes. There's an actual specific word for it, and it's eluding me. But Seconds is the ticket version of that. It's amazing. Joel, so like now you've seen, you've kind of got superiority over all these guys. Do you have any critiques or feedback now that you've seen how they're handling some of these issues? Any lasting advice that you want to give them from a management perspective?
I think if we could escalate less things to me, that'd be great, just in general.
That sounds fair. That's
sometimes
fair.
when I'm bored, I just throw them straight to his inbox. I don't even escalate it. Yeah.
Just to say, I like that. You're checking to make sure that Joel's like, paying attention, right?
With these, work from home kind of guys, you never know. Sometimes they're clock-in fraud or whatever.
The work from home guys need to be checked by the work from toilet man. That sounds right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think at this point, people want to spin the wheel. So I appreciate all you guys. People want the wheel. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate and get back into those tickets. They're not going to close themselves. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. This is what you've all really been waiting for. The wheel. We're doing this is healing the trauma wheel. Amazing. So the way that we're going to do 25 accounts. We're going to do 10 25K Lucid Pro accounts, 10 50K Lucid Pro accounts, and 5 100K Lucid Pro accounts. Rick is going to get spinning here in a moment. Let's see if he posted the giveaway. All right, so I'm not going to tag all of you in it because I want this to be a benefit for those of you that are attending the stream. But essentially, in order to enter the giveaway, you have to go into our Discord. In our Discord, there is an updates channel, updates category on the left, and then you have to go into the section that says giveaways. It's got a little present box on it, and there's an enter button. There's an enter button here. Press enter button. We'll give everyone like a few minutes, and then we'll start spinning the wheel. Once we start spinning, there's no more entries, but we'll give 3 minutes. Go into the Discord, press enter, and you will be entered to win. While we have people piling in, I just want to, chat. Like, tell me what you think. You've seen the face behind the ticket. You've seen the face behind the ticket. Does this change how you guys are going to behave going forward? What's going on? Tell me what you think now that we've met the team. You've seen how people are talking to them. What are your thoughts? I think Seconds has an incredibly OP strategy. I think that Joel and Logan are pure of heart, and I'm sorry that they have to deal with all of you. But for Ticket Boy, or AKA Toilet Boy, there's nothing that can be done. He deserves it. He deserves everything that he gets in a ticket, honestly. That's not enough DEI. And we have more people, but honestly, we have some women in tickets. We're not a single race situation. We're a diverse team. We have people in the United States, both coasts. We have people in Europe, Asia, a couple in, I don't know what the best way to describe it. Whatever's between like Far East Asia and Europe, that whole area. Ancient Mesopotamia, whatever the new version of that is, that whole area. Why is this guy yapping so much? I'm waiting for people to enter the giveaway. It is a sausage party, but I mean, listen, we pull the support team from the community, and the prop trading discords in general are a sausage party. We're gonna do the wheel spins. Let's give everyone a minute or two. Just relax. It was hilarious and kind of deranged. That is exactly the vibe we're going for. So it sounds like we're honestly nailing it. Honestly, as far as I think this was honestly, I have to say, like, I think this is probably my favorite stream. Honestly, I think there's just something about it that just feels right. The mod stream when we'll get the mods in here soon. All right, once it says 304, I'll give Rick the go ahead to spin the wheel. We're still taking job applications, but we've got hundreds of people that have submitted to be a support agent. So you can put it in there, but we've got a lot of people now, which is good because as we scale, we're gonna need more. Someone says, I'm embarrassed. Are you embarrassed because you had one of those tickets? That's rough. I would hate to be one of besides the people that were really nice to seconds. Everyone else was pretty mean. Let's see. Good luck. Everyone's excited about the wheel. Oh, Rick's ready. I guess we're gonna start the spins now. So like I said, we're gonna do 10 25K pro evals, then 10 50Ks, then 500Ks. If you win, there's nothing you need to do. You'll get emailed with the codes. So let's go. Rick is gonna start spinning. Your name will pop up. What do you guys? So we've done three of these streams. We did the certificate designing contest. We did not financial advice, where some of our more unhinged members gave people very poor but also very effective life advice. What do you guys want to see from us next? We've got a lot of stuff planned. We want to keep it fresh every week. So if you guys are getting inspired by some of the content that we're doing, and you have thoughts on where you want us to go with it next, love to get your feedback while the wheel is spinning here. 1,000 accounts? No, we're not doing 1,000 accounts. That's wild. Let's see. If you entered already, you're beat. We have 910 entries. That's pretty quick for a few minutes. Better Discord mod team. Yeah, we might need to add some bodies there, honestly. Let's see. I don't get how we enter our emails and they come up with these usernames. So if you enter on Discord, we collect your username on Discord and we collect your email. So that's how we get both. We display people's Discord name because that's public. You guys don't want us posting your emails on YouTube, I would imagine. Behind the scenes stream office tour. That is going to happen. That won't be a whole stream. So we're going to do a couple things. We're getting some new space, right? We're going to be stretching our content legs. So we are looking into new space. But before we move into this new location, I am going to show you guys a current office tour, like this current setup that I have here. Before we move to the new location, I will be giving you guys an office tour so you can see where Lucid was built. It's very inspiring. It's been our origin story was born here, so it's only appropriate that I show you where it all started, where it all began. That'll come in probably sometime in the next couple of weeks. Let's see what else people want. Better Discord team improvement, daily payout plan. I mean, Lucid Max is coming. We haven't released all the details on Lucid Max yet, but it's coming. So we are going to be offering daily payouts to the people that are payout maxing. The people that are payout maxing will be able to mog the other Lucid traders and hold frame with maximum aura and daily payouts. So that's coming soon. We've also got something else. We've got something else coming that is going to be teased, I think, at the end of the week or over the weekend. Hopefully we get it out this month. It's going to be a prop firm first. It's going to be very, very cool. The vibes are going to be immaculate. Yeah. Rick, I don't know if Rick is in charge of this thing, and he's now, you can't hear him, but he's like, oh, I'm going to die doing this. You told me that could be done in 2 weeks. I'm saying 2 weeks. 2 weeks is he's got until, if he's not done with this by the 30th, which is exactly 2 weeks, he gets fired again. Classic. Let's see. Some of you guys in chat are wild here. Can we have a pool day? I'm sure we could have a pool day. Let's see. It's funny. People think I'm in the basement. It's actually so much worse than that. So, but we're gonna do a video on it. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Lucid TV. This is basically more or less what we're doing now. I mean, this is still the early phases. We're gonna build on this, but like this is our version of Lucid TV. Like, I don't want to do another live trading show. I mean, we might do some segments that involve trading, but we're never going to do like wall-to-wall coverage, like, 8-hour streams 5 days a week where, we have like talking heads on trading markets. You can get that anywhere. We don't need to add to that pile. I do think that, this stream here is to be a weekly occurrence. I do think we want to build on it, but we want to keep it fun. We want to keep it light. We want to keep it like prop firm industry trading, related. But you guys, if you guys want to watch people trade, there's no shortage of that out there. Now, if you want to see us, there's not a lot of places where we can, look at our traders cursing at our team and people, designing payout and payout certificates. So I think that this is like, we want to lean into the humor and, engage with the community in a different way. If you want to watch someone trade, I mean, there's so many places to do that. Let's see here. Looks like Rick is almost wrapping up. The giveaway is almost done. Were we gonna say that was the last one? All right. I am not in the bathroom. No, this is not AJ Toilet. I would not make fun of Evan like that if I was also in the bathroom. But I think that's all we have for today. Want to appreciate everyone for hopping in here. Just big shout out to the team again for getting on camera and showing everybody what they deal with on a day-to-day basis. And I think we've accomplished our goal of showing people what it's like to be on the other side of a ticket. And next time you want to open a ticket and say, fuck you, when compensation, just remember, you might be saying it to Joel and nobody wants to be talking like that to him. So appreciate all you guys. Thanks for coming out here, and we'll see everyone next week.